time will fall back an hour for daylight saving. And that could mean a difficult morning for parents who have some kids that may not want that extra hour of sleep. But our Hillary Zala has some things you can do right now to make the transition easier.
When the clocks fall back an hour,
when it's still dark outside or when it's still light outside, they get mad.
It's not the easiest transition.
They're like, I don't want to go to bed, it's still light out, or I don't want to get up.
Stephanie Curry says time change is never easy for her 8-year-old.
It's difficult.
And in the fall, for us adults, we're really excited because we get an extra hour of sleep, except when you have a child who's going to wake you up earlier.
Dayton Children's Hospital's Jessica Saunders says parents have a couple of options. Start with nap time.
That's when you might be able to make more of a difference.
A few days before, let your child nap longer, adding 15 minutes every day. That way, they'll get used to that extra hour of sleep in the morning. Saunders also recommends putting your child to bed a little later a couple days before the time change, so they get used to sleeping in.
It messes up his schedule, so I have to put him to bed at the same time.
If you put them to bed, they're probably going to get tired earlier, so if you can even stretch it an extra 15 minutes, and that's when you might be able to do the adjustments.
And you always have the option of going cold turkey, which is what Curry says works best for her 8-year-old.
I still put him to bed at the same time. A few bad mornings, but he gets used to it.
Bottom line, falling back an hour doesn't have to be a huge transition for your kids.
Obviously really exciting for us because we get an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah, but on the plus side, the time change also means that kids will be walking to the bus stop in the daylight, but then if they have an after-school activity, a sport maybe, that they walk home around 5 p.m., then it'll be getting darker earlier, so always a good idea to put reflective clothing on them just in case. And then also right now is a time when firefighters remind you, change your batteries in your smoke detector.
Always a good idea.
Yes.
All right.
One thing I always try to do if I can is just go through that whole Sunday as if it was regular time, and then Sunday night turn the clock back so I get that extra hour on Monday.
Oh,
that's a good idea. And don't forget, don't be late for work that morning.
All right, no excuses.
If I am, you guys can cover for me.